I've been shut in the house for longer than I can remember, and I just took my first shower since 2019. I guess you could say I'm doing pretty well. Today I wanted to talk about the most difficult question that I have ever had to face in my 26 years on this planet. It doesn't have to do with Einstein's theory of relativity, doesn't have to do with finding the G-spot. Is this game worth it? Now, as a lot of you already know, I do a lot of streaming on Twitch at twitch.tv/Lance with 2Ls, and because of that, I play a lot of new games, a lot of new releases. And because of that, it brings in a very particular type of person. Somebody who's just watching a new game to see if it's worth it or not, and there's nothing wrong with that. I do that. What's wrong with that is whenever you ask the person, is it worth it? Because what does that mean? And to make things worse, the types of people that seem to like to ask this question like to also get angry whenever I don't give them a straight answer, and the whole situation just boils down to this.
Hey, bro. I'm not trying to watch any of it because of spoilers and stuff, but is this game worth it? I don't know, dude. I like it. Yeah, but is it worth it? What do you want me to do, dude? Rub my balls together and then read the smoke signals? I don't know. Go flip a coin. I don't know why you're being a dick about it. All you had to do was tell me how to spend my money. Fine, I'll go watch a YouTube review.
And to be honest, it always baffles me that they're upset that I can't answer their question, because it's like going to a brand new restaurant that just opened, sitting down at a table with a complete stranger and asking them what's good on the menu. I don't know if you like salads or pasta or you're allergic to shellfish. I don't know. I could kill you if I recommend you the wrong thing. It's just way too subjective to ask somebody, is it worth it? Now, don't get me wrong. I understand that people are just trying to be smart shoppers, but I feel like most people are just trying to make their buyer's remorse feel a little bit better, and they're trying to justify their purchase because streamer told me to buy it. Some of you will miss meals to buy a $60 AAA title that just came out because you want to play it with your friends, and gaming is more important to you than eating. You know, fragging out gives you nutrients. I get that. Some of you don't even look at the price tag and you wipe your ass with $60 and you buy it, and there's nothing wrong with that. And to use another food analogy, some of you have Pop-Tart money and some of you have Toast-'em Pop-Ups money. And then some of you order $17 artisanal breakfast sandwiches every day. Now, the formula that I see thrown around constantly is 1 hour of gameplay per $1 spent. So you buy a $60 game, you get 60 hours out of it. That was a justified purchase. And that's fine if you want to measure it that way, but that's kind of a weird metric, to be honest. One of my favorite things in the world is to go to the movies. You know, I'll go to the movies and I'll easily spend, between ticket and, a drink and some candy, I'll spend $25 for a 2-hour movie. That's nowhere near a 1-to-1 ratio. I'll spend $100 to go see my favorite basketball team. That's nowhere near 100 hours of content, but it's a great experience and I really enjoy it. So I think that's kind of a weird way to measure it as well, and I don't understand when that started being a thing in gaming. I don't know who made that up, because some of you have played a free-to-play game for 1,000 hours and hated yourself the entire time, and that's 1,000 to 0. You didn't even spend anything on it, and you still hate yourself for doing it. So, I think we need to kind of throw that one in the trash can personally, but whatever makes you feel better. Instead, I propose that we start using my formula, which I just came up with. And using basic mathematics, I believe that we can figure out exactly what makes a game worth it. Just using one of my most recent games that I've streamed, Detroit Become Human, there was over 5 million copies sold at $40 a pop. Now, it usually takes the average person about 10 hours to get through the game. Now, if we take the average human lifespan of 79 years old, convert that to hours, you get 692,040 hours. Now, unless you're some sort of freakish gaming baby, then you probably didn't start playing until later, so let's say 6 years old, which comes out to 639,040 hours. Now, to break that down even further, from the time you're 6 to the time you're 79, if you take 1 hour of that time period, it comes up to about 0.00016% of your total time. To keep it simple, we'll assign that a symbol like apples. Now, just for simplicity's sake, let's say you didn't start working until you were 18. You worked until you were 79. You worked 5 days a week. That leaves you 3,172 working weeks in your lifetime. That leaves you 1,586 pay periods, considering most people get paid on a bi-weekly basis. And the average person, according to Google, makes $27 an hour, which I just laughed at. I'm just going to say that the average person makes like $11 an hour just because, I don't know, that seems more realistic to me. So you would make about $880 per check. I'm not putting taxes into this because taxes are hard and nobody wants to do taxes more than once a year. Now, using all of that information, we can figure out that from the time you started working at 18 to the time you died at your workplace after getting no raises at the age of 79, you would make $1,395,680. Now, Detroit Become Human is $40, which is roughly 0.0029% of your lifetime income. Now, just to keep things simple, we'll just give that a symbol too. We'll call that oranges. So if 1 hour of your entire gaming lifetime from the age of 6 to the age of 79 equals 0.00016 apples, and $40 of your entire working income is 0.0029 oranges, then using my patented formula, then we can figure out that 0.00016 apples to 0.0029 oranges equals poo-poo pee-pee. Now, I know that's some pretty groundbreaking math, and I understand it can be hard to wrap your head around, but I'm really trying to drive home the point that some of you are going into streams and you're asking people that don't know your dick size to recommend you a condom. Now, I don't want to leave you completely blue-balled in the dark, so I'm going to give you some questions that you can ask so that way you can figure out if the game is worth it or not. Does the game have anime titties? If yes, good game. If no, meh. Can you pet the animals in the game? If so, good game. If no, bad game. Can you have sex with people from other planets? If so, great game. If no, it's pretty terrible. Does it have some sort of grapple hook or harpoon gun or something that you can shoot and swing off of? If so, perfect game. If no, it's kind of okay. Now, there's a million other factors to figure out if a game is worth it or not, but those will really get you started. Those will get you way farther than going on the internet and asking a stranger, hey, is this game worth it? I promise you, you stick to those, you'll be okay. Thanks for watching. See you next time.